She got some decent lighting here. So hopefully the sounds correspond and we Gucci. Okay. I'm gonna wait till a couple of more people join. Hello, who was the first one? Who was the first caller on the line? I'm gonna start doing call-ins. Hi, Miss J. Cruz. Oh no! I forgot the fork. What the fork? I forgot my fork. I ran out the house because I wanted to spend time with you guys. So I decided to eat in the car today. Bendiciones. Bendiciones to everyone who is joining. So yeah, I wanted to just eat in the car today. Happy Hallows Eve. For those who are out celebrating, going trick-or-treating, please be careful. I just wanted to come on here, have fun with you guys real quick, and have a cute little story time because you guys have been enjoying the story times lately. So I was like, instead of just like, you know, sitting around and worrying about life and this, that, and the third, let me go ahead and do a cute little story time and spend time with you guys for those who have joined. I think I was the first one here from Coney Island, Brooklyn. Let me tell you something. I don't have very fond memories of Coney Island. I have a really sad story about Coney Island. The only thing I think I like from Coney Island is the Nathan's hot dog fries. I think I've been to the aquarium in Coney Island, but I don't really know. I don't know if you can see my username, but I'm still trying to see what's going on. Yeah, I don't see who you are, but okay. We're eating Popeyes. I'm going to go ahead and say my grace. Wait, hold on. Okay. Are you ever going to do a meet and greet? Daisy Fendler? I'm probably saying your last name wrong. Who's gonna... Okay. A meet and greet. I'm not really like a big creator. Like, I'm not like these other creators. I'm not like out, like... Girl, I don't got the numbers. Like, I be doing drag performances and barely anybody be coming to those. So it's like, but that's soon gonna change. Let's just keep that energy out there in the universe. That is going to change, honey. People are going to be lining up to see your girl. So it could, you know, that's the thing. It could happen just like that. Boom. Instantly, my life could change. A video could go cute and viral. And then the rest is history. I made it Popeyes. I had a coupon. A 2-piece, regular side, and a biscuit. $5.49. Can't beat it. Cheap and cheerful. You know what I can't wait for? Till I get like mail with coupons and stuff so I could start putting them on my fridge. Like that's the things that I crave for. It's just like having my own. This is low-key my favorite part of the chicken when it's crunchy. The little wing tip. If y'all did not come to watch me smack my food, I apologize. I should have put a clear disclaimer that I was going to be eating a 2-piece and a biscuit from Popeyes. So I'm going to calm down and I'm going to breathe. And I'm going to remind myself that the food is here and it's not going nowhere. So I was thinking about like story times that I could do. And I did a story time on TikTok where I was talking about this guy. I once went to go hang out with him because I was young and acting grown. So boom, right? I grew up in the projects, predominantly. I lived in East New York. So, mostly, all the people I knew was already in the hood. So, because people knew me growing up, and I was always having a fight, just because I existed, I was always having to fight and defend myself. Like, it was exhausting. Like, growing up in the 90s, in East New York, Brooklyn, as a very unique girl like myself, it was exhausting. Always having to defend myself. So, boom. Back in the day, things were different than they are now. I don't know. I don't think that oftentimes young women talk about very adult situations that they've been involved in at a very early age. You see, growing up in the hood meant that you probably had, if not one parent, maybe no parents. Maybe you were being raised by a relative. It was very rare where I grew up to see multiple parent households. So that meant that one parent had to work. And oftentimes kids were left to their own devices and they were left to kind of like raise themselves. So a lot of my homegirls around that time being aged like 14, 15, 16, 17, right? Hi. The police. Hold on, guys. The police rolled up. I don't need beef with the police. Do you need me to move? I'm kind of scared now, guys. Hold on. Did you need me to move? I'm. Did you need me to move and like straighten out my car? Did you need me to move and straighten out my car?
Oh, no.
Okay, I just don't want to cause any trouble. Just eating.
South Carolina?
Yeah,
Oh,
I just came here.
no?
Yeah.
Is the light being just
Huh?
Are you videotaping something or are you doing makeup?
No, I was on FaceTime with someone, so I didn't want to just be in the dark. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, we're just passing around.
Okay. Okay, guys. That's very, very real. But I wanted to make sure everything was good with the cops. I actually am going to just turn the right way just to make sure. I don't need any problems. Okay. Well, here's the thing. I lived in my truck, so I'm used to it. I've had cops run up on me. And for me, it's very real. It's very scary. I'm kind of used to it, and I realize that like cops kind of know when you don't really like. There's a lot of people that live in their car. So cops kind of like know. They kind of know. It seems like here in California. So I wasn't too worried because I've had experience dealing with the cops before. They asked me if I was doing makeup, so maybe I should do a makeup tutorial. But I digress. Let's continue on what I was going to tell y'all. That was so scary. Thank God. Thank God in my life. You know the life expectancy? I was looking at statistics, right? Because I'm speaking at this board of council meeting, and it's talking about just, well, I'm going to be speaking up for housing rights and just protecting people that fall behind on their rent due to like illness or anything like that. You know how oftentimes people tend to live paycheck to paycheck, and if the predominant breadwinner, if something happens, heaven forbid, right? Something happens, sprain an ankle, pull a muscle in the arm, they're unable to work. They fall behind on the bills, rent being one of those bills, oftentimes quick to eviction. So there's items being like brought up to be spoken about. And I'm going to share my story. And I think that it's important because the life expectancy, did you know that the life expectancy of trans women of color that are, that are unhoused is the age 30 to 35? The life expectancy of an unhoused trans woman of color in this day and age is 30 to 35. I'm 32 and I'm still unhoused. It's a very real thing. Oftentimes, trans women tend to fall susceptible to more harm due to being unhoused, because people don't like to talk about it, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do. And oftentimes a roof over your head comes with stipulations. And it's a very real thing for us. And it's absolutely scary. And when I saw those statistics and really just looked at my life, it scared me. I was like, yo, I'm trying to go against all these odds. How? You know? How? This was supposed to be a light and humorous story time, and I needed it. I needed a light and humorous story time, because reading that and just reading article after article after article, I'm like, yo, life really is not fair. Nobody tells you how to deal with it. There was a transgender woman that went viral on TikTok. I think something Hernandez, Maria Hernandez or something like that. I don't know. But the thing was is that she was putting out information of men that she had slept with that didn't know that she was trans. I don't know if anybody's heard of that. If you want a full in-depth video about it, I'm more than willing to talk about it and give my opinions about it. But the one thing I want to say about that is that fear and that stigma that men carry often causes them not to hurt us because they didn't know. Hurt us because if they don't hurt us, then everybody's going to think something about them that they don't feel about themselves. But the world is going to label them as something other than straight. If they've been exposed to being with a trans woman. That sort of ideology of masculinity and this sort of that's gay culture is what's causing women such as myself to lose our lives. That's really the reality of it. And the sooner that we break free from those shackles of like gender and how beholden it holds people to such a small frame of being. The life expectancy of trans women of color that are unhoused will continue to be 30 to 35. I'm so scared of winding up in the street. Like, I'm so grateful for my truck. I am so scared. If anything happened to my truck, if anything happened to my living situation, and I was forced to just be out in the street, but that's real. That's real. And people will tell you, oh, just get a job. You know how often trans women get housing, they get discriminated through housing? There's all these laws and acts that are supposed to protect us, right? But they don't really protect us. They don't really at all. People simply just don't have to call you back for a job interview. They could say that they decided to go with someone else to rent the room. There's ways around the system, and it makes it nearly impossible to move forward on an equal footing. But yeah, I'm supposed to see the silver lining of everything. And I'm supposed to say, well, it could be worse. That doesn't make the now any better. I'm going to go speak at a council meeting. My voice, one voice, so small. How do I convey that message to the councilmen? How do I let them know that the life expectancy of a transgender woman is the age of 30 and 35? So if there are no laws to protect us, then when we get kicked out in the street, that doesn't just mean we're getting kicked out. That's giving us a death sentence because we don't survive out in the street. We don't. That is the reality. That is the reality. I think that we tend to forget, like, it's so scary. It's so scary. I'm sorry, guys. I wanted to have a cute little story time. I really did. I really, really did. But, I've just been having a lot on my mind. A lot of coming to, like, life's harsh realities. I'm a little exhausted, right? I wish that I had a partner, right? That I could say, okay, I'm exhausted from trying to figure it all out. I'm going to take a break and I'm going to hand it all off to you. Like, wouldn't that be great? But you can't hand your problems to anyone. You have to really figure them out yourself. And it gets exhausting having to always think about every single decision I make and the weight of every possible outcome of every decision that I make. And I have to sit there and move in such a strategic way in order to set myself up for success so that I don't fall back down again. I went from the truck and I went into a rented room. Went into a rented room, and that came with a whole set of unforeseen problems. They really turned so toxic. And I'm living in the aftermath of that. And now I'm like, okay, I can't do that to myself again. I can't keep going back and forth, back and forth. Like, I have to set myself up this time in a way where I'm going to be able to not only just make it, but actually live good and comfortable. I'm able to exhale, where I'm able to turn off that survival mode, because it's exhausting. So that's the reality. That's what I'm dealing with as I'm eating Popeye's fried chicken in my car. Yo, life is crazy. Life is absolutely crazy. Let me see what y'all saying. I'm sure it's exhausting. I've been doing it since I was 17 years old. Grinding towards my best life. It is exhausting. Boo. But you know what I think about? I think about the good times. I think about, like, let me tell you something. When I was sleeping in this truck, things were 10 times worse, right? I would park in front of these houses and I would just envision myself having a roof over my head. Now, I have a roof over my head. And even though it's temporary, it's still a roof over my head. And I just focus on just being grateful for everything, because we don't realize how quickly we can lose something. Like, there's so many different variables that could inevitably cause someone to have to start from the beginning and lose everything, whether it be a fire, hurricane, tornado, tsunami, foreclosure, loss of job, injury. There's so many things that can really majorly affect your life and instantly have you starting from square one. And in knowing that reality, what I found that just grounds me, back into reality and outside of that anxiety that can come with, um, is that I think and I make myself present about everything that I'm grateful for in that moment. I'm like, okay, let me wiggle my toes. I'm grateful that I can wiggle my toes. I'm grateful that I can get up. And I physically get up. I start walking, and then I just start counting what I'm grateful for, and it helps bring me back into reality and stop that like spiraling effect that one starts to feel when you start to dissect your life and really think about the magnitude of the direction of like what's next. Like, how do you set yourself up for that sort of happily ever after? So yeah, life is a lesson, and sometimes we have to learn from it, and we can help others with bringing awareness, may help open others doors. What am I bringing? Yes, I have found great comfort and gratitude. I have. I have to. I didn't do the story time. I went off into a side tangent because the police came, honey. The police came. And they saw that I had my lights and that I was eating. So they parked behind my truck. And I don't feel safe when the cops pull up. I don't feel safe when the cops pull up. So I'm just eating. The first year that I have my new place, let's talk about the future. So, goals of mine. My new place. I want a warehouse loft, open concept. I just want a lot of space, like a lot of space. I want everything to feel open and airy and just everything flowing. I want a long dining room table because the first year that I'm in my house, I want to throw all of the parties at my house. So, Christmas, Thanksgiving, Valentine's Day, Groundhog Day, I don't know, St. Patrick's Day, Cinco de Mayo, I want to host everything that first year. Yeah. I think that would be so cute. So cute. I don't know, I give it a thumbs up. I'm probably going to put this video private. Because nobody's going to want to watch this video. Well, let me not say nobody because there's literally 27 people watching it now. So people are literally watching it. But I don't know. I think I went off topic. So I'm just in a very active parking lot. I didn't know that. That's not new for me to be off topic. Y'all weren't scared when y'all saw the police? Did y'all not see the police? And one of the police officers were Asian. Oh my God! Deborah! Deborah! Oh my God, thank you for the super chat, Deborah. You know what? Just for that, Deborah, if you want me to do the story time and tell you about the guy with the stink feet, I will tell you about it. But that's only if you want it, Deborah. Because you just gave me that. That was so cute. Wait, hold on. Give it to us if we get 2 more stickers at least. Okay. If we get 2 more stickers. Okay, Deborah. We'll do the story time if I get 2 more stickers. I appreciate you. My favorite part of the chicken is the crunchy little bits that fall off the chicken. The nooks and crannies of it all. What did you just call me? No, I said crannies. That's what I thought. I think that joke is going to go over all of y'all heads. I think that's going to sit in the back of your mind. You're going to be like, yo, what was she saying to herself? And then you're going to really dissect. They're going to be like, she said she liked the nooks and crannies. And she said, what did you just call me? No, I mean crannies. I think that was a well thought out joke. Objectively speaking, because I made it up. You know, sometimes you're like, oh, I'm not going to open up a new sauce because I only got a couple of fries left. I have enough fries to justify opening up a new sauce. Oh my God, Miss J. Cruz. Oh my God. One more. Thank you. Deborah. But if I start teasing it, so let me tell you the grinding towards my life. Thank you. Oh my God. Okay, I guess we're definitely doing the story time. Oh. So boom. Back in the day, it was a big deal when one of the homies would come back home from jail. So this was one of the homies, came back from jail. When somebody comes back home from jail, everybody is showing them love. They're like the hot commodity of the hood. Everybody in the projects is talking about him. Whether you know him or not, you know that one of the homies is coming home and it's a big deal. So boom. This was at a project party that I went with my homegirls because one of the homies were coming home. So they were throwing a party in the projects. And in the projects, what they do is when they throw a party in the apartment, they take all the light bulbs out. So it'd be dark AF. Dark, hot, sweaty AF. So went to this project party. This is where I met this guy. Met this guy at a project party. He was from 2 projects down from me. And he was like tall and like medium built. He was too grown for me because I was too young to be talking to somebody like that, because he was probably like 19. If not older, probably like 22. So, no, I think he was like 19 or 20. No. Was he 19 or 20? No, he was older. I think he was 26, girl. So 26. Yeah, because I found him out. Yeah, okay. Like around that age. So he was older. But I was acting grown or whatever. And when I was like walking by to get out of the building, to get out of the apartment because it was mad hot in there, I was just gonna chill out in the hallway. I felt somebody pulling on my arm, and I looked back, and it was him. Let's call him Dro. So boom, that's when I first met Dro. Turned around, left, go into the hallway. So I'm sitting on the stairs, which never sit on the stairs in the projects. Like never, unless there's a cardboard or a plastic bag, never sit on the floor in the projects, period. I think every bit of that surface has urine on it. Never sit on the floor. Never, ever sit on the floor. So I'm sitting on something, sit on the stairs, and I hear the door open. So I'm like this, okay, that's probably somebody like going up and down the stairs. Who do I see? Dro. So Dro started talking to me or whatever. And he's like, I haven't seen you around. I'm like, I don't really be out. I have a lot going on in my life, right? So he was like, what you got going on in your life? You need a real one like me. I was like this, not this man flirting with me. So whatever, long story short, Dro knew what's up. Dro knew what's up because people had already put him on because he had asked like, yo, who's that light-skinned bitch? And they were like, nah. You don't want to talk to her because da-da-da-da, this and the third. So they already put him onto game. So clearly he knew what's up, but he was still intrigued. So that's how I met Dro. And Fast forward. Dro used to get fly, but he used to recycle his fits. So he'll wear an outfit, and in that same week, you probably see him wear the outfit like 2 to 3 times. And then he'll switch up his outfits. So he was kind of like fly-ish. So, boom. I see him around Pinkin Avenue as I'm going to the Golden Crust that's next to the KFC. And next to like the braiding, African braiding place that has the Photoshop parlor right next to it. So I see him. I was like, what's up? He was like, come through. I got crib. My aunt is up in New Jersey at the casinos. And she gonna stay up there. I was like, oh, okay, what's up? I was like, yeah. So, boom. Went to his house. His buzzer, his building wasn't working, so he had to come downstairs and open up the door for me. He opens up the door, and we go into his house. Go into his house, he lived with his auntie. And we go into the room. So in the room, he got the TV. He playing video games already. His bed literally had one pillow on it. One pillow. And it wasn't even the fitted sheet on the sheet. It was the flat top sheet that he had as a fitted sheet on the bed. The fitted sheet he had on the curtain of the window. So there was like a little ledge. So he nailed it to the top and then took the other ends of like the fitted sheet and wrapped it around the little ledge to cover the whole window. So I'm like, oh my God, I should have known better. I should have ran for the hills. You know when I really should have ran for the hills? Because there were signs. Let me tell you something. No shame to Hanes. But if you see a man wearing Hanes underwear, run for the hills. Run for the hills. You don't want nothing to do with that type of man. Not the ones that wear that they come multiple in the pack. Hanes, boxer briefs. Run away from that man. Those were the type of underwears that he had on. And they were inside out. So you could see the tag in the back. So, I already knew what's up. So, boom. He's like, yo. He was like, make yourself at home. Just sit down. I'm like, make myself at home. I'm going to have to uncomfortably sit like this. You know, when you try to lean up on somebody's bed, like you sitting, but they ain't got enough pillows to prop you up, so you just got to be on your elbows like this, and then your neck start hurting because it's craning. And then you start to feel like your body's shaking like this. You're like, oh, I can't. I can't. And then you just start laying down like this. And you like, my arm just hurts. Because you're just uncomfortable on that bed. There's just not enough cushion. I like a lot of pillows. I'm a bitch that likes mad pillows on my bed. I like at least 12 pillows on my bed. I could never have too many pillows. I could put 2 in between my legs, 1 under my arm, 3 under my neck. So, boom. I'm uncomfortable on his bed already. And he's wearing ACG boots. He gets comfortable and he kicks one of the boots off. And let me tell you something. Yo pensé que un ratón se murió under the radiator. I thought that a rat literally died under the radiator. His feet smelled so bad. It literally smelled like dead rat. Like dead rat. And you know how I know his feet smell so bad? His socks were so gray and dingy. You ever seen somebody who the bottom of their socks, where it touches the floor, looks like this? It almost looks like gelatinous, like it has like a waxy film because it's so hard and so compact with dirt and sweat that it turns into like this waxy buildup on the bottom of the socks. That's literally what the bottom of his socks look like. They look like they was just gelled, caked on dirt and debris in the bottom of his socks. His feet smell so fucking bad. It was like that type of smell. Wow. As if that didn't make matters worse. He was like, scoot over, I'm gonna come sit on the bed with you. I was like, you could play the game. Like, I was really having fun watching you play the game. Like, I'm gonna have to dip out soon. He was like, really? Like, why? And I was like, honestly, like, my stomach is hurting. Like, really, like, I smell something sour. He was like, yo, that's probably my neighbors. They're always throwing some trash out the window. Because you know how, like, they be having the braces around the building? So people throw trash out the window in the projects, and it lands on those, like, braces that they put over the building as they're doing construction. So he tried to blame it on the trash that his neighbors so-called throw out the window. No, it was your feet, motherfucker. His feet smell so bad. And you know what's the scary part? You know what's the scary part? When somebody is so removed from their own smell that they don't even smell it. That's the concerning part. Because you know how sometimes you be squatting or you go bend down and you get a whiff of your coochie meat and you're like this, I smell like skin. I smelled something. And then you know that you got to go take a bath or like wash up. How do you not know? Like, how do you not know? Like, how do you not know? Like, did you not know from the beginning, or was there a point that you knew, but you just gave up, and you're like, well, smell's not gonna go away. Like, at what point? Because that's the thoughts that be going in my head. I'll be like, okay, boom. My feet stink. Ooh, fall. Why do they stink? Okay, I wear these shoes every single day. That's why they stink. Déjame buscar un polvo. Let me put a powder. Let me put something. My feet have stink before. I didn't have enough money in the beginning when I first started working at this dispensary job. I was wearing the same shoes that I got from Walmart every single day. And they started to make my feet stink. Thankfully enough, I invested on getting a new pair of shoes. So I realized that my feet stink. And I did something about it. But at what point do you pass the point of doing something about it and now you've given up? Well, that's what happened. You know, that's torturous. Like, if I wanted to torture him, or like, say that was my baby daddy, right? And he cheated on me. What I would do is, I will tie him up in the bed, make him think that we're about to do something sexual, and then I'll climb on top of him, and then I'll put his shoe all over his mouth and his nose so that all he's breathing in is the smell of his feet. And like that will be torture enough. Like that will be torture enough. So yeah. He blamed it on the trash. It was his feet smelling like ass. It really was. That is the definition of giving up. Yeah. Yeah. That really is the definition of giving up. All right. I love you guys. Thank you for all that gave me a cute little super chat. Why she ain't leaving? Who? There's only 13 thumbs up. Can everyone give a thumbs up? Yes, I would appreciate a thumbs up. It really does help. Your thumbs up just tells YouTube that, you know, you're really enjoying this content. And YouTube then takes that data and pushes me out to more people. So then more people can potentially join the House of Realness. And we can start taking this into an actual livable income. Because, you know, she's monetized over here on YouTube. So she may get a couple of cents. You know how, like the way YouTube works is watch time. So how long people stay on your videos and actually watch it. So the more people stay on it, then like the better. It's a whole thing. It's like a whole thing. If you can, the stickers give her cash money. Yes, the stickers do give me cash money. I see the amount. I see the amount. And I appreciate the amount. Today is wash day for me. And I still got to do a tratamiento. So I'm going to go and I'm going to finish my tratamiento in my hair. And I will see you guys later. I will see you guys later.